الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله الحمد لله يا من لا تراه العيون ولا تخالفه الظنون ولا يصفه الواصفون ولا تغيره الحوادث ولا يخشى الدوائر، يعلم مثاقيل الجبال ومكاييل البحار وعدد قطر الامطار وعدد ورق الاشجار وعدد ما اظلم عليه الليل واشرق عليه النهار، ولا تواري منه سماء سماء ولا ارض ارضا ولا بحر في قعره ولا جبل ما في ظهره. اجعل خير عمري اخره وخير عمري خواتمه وخير ايامي يوم القاك فيه. الحمد لله رب العالمين، واشهد ان لا اله الا الله وحده لا شريك له، واشهد ان محمدا عبده ورسوله. فتح الله به قلوب الغلفى واذانا صما واعينا عميا، وصلوات الله وسلامه عليه وعلى اله واصحابه ومن دعا بدعوته باحسان الى يوم الدين. وبعد. Brothers and sisters, I want to talk to you today about the Sunnah of dreams. When we approach the world, it is not enough simply to have talent, and it's not simply enough to have opportunity without vision. Where are you going as an individual, and where are you going as a community? Our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, in correct hadith, he said, "Istaw, straighten your minds. وَلَا تَخْتَلِفُوا فَتَخْتَلِفُ قُلُوبُكُمْ." That don't differ, because your hearts will begin to differ. Be straight, be together, shoulder to shoulder, arm to arm, together. And he said, وَلَيَلَنِي أُولِي النُّهَى وَأُولِي الْأَحْلَامِ وَالنُّهَى. That let the people that stand beside me or behind me are people of al-ahlam, dreams, of foresight, of thinking, of wisdom, and people of understanding and knowledge. Let those people stand beside me and behind me in the salah. ثُمَّ الَّذِينَ يَلُونَهُمْ ثُمَّ الَّذِينَ يَلُونَهُم. The word ahlam in Arabic means dreams. In the context of this hadith, it refers to wisdom and knowledge and foresight. And these are the people Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wanted around him. People of vision, people of ambition, people who wanted to achieve in this life and the next. They had to have creativity, they had to have talent, they had to have excitement and energy. They had to be people that could think far into the future. And these are the challenges of the days, brothers and sisters. It's not simply a matter of going through life and expecting the world to change. But what is our positive contribution to cause that change? This is the sunnah of our Prophet when he asks us to dream. The dreamers, who are they? This is ensconced within our fiqh and within our books of tazkiyah. That how does one go from an idea to reality? The first step of that is something called khawatir. The scholars talk about things that come to your mind. They're whimsical thoughts. They're ideas. They can be from shaitan, they can come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They can be good, they can be bad. They enter into your mind. There's nothing, you don't act on them immediately. From there, they become hum. At that point, it becomes something you kind of favor, you yearn towards. You start to think about that maybe this is something that I should or should not do. So it becomes something harder inside of you. From the ham, it becomes i'tiqad. You start to believe, to say, yeah, this is something that potentially I think I should do. I like the plan, I like the idea, I'm going to move forward with it, good or bad. From there, it becomes your intention. I intend to do this, but the intention still isn't solid. The niyyah. The niyyah moves towards something called azam, which is now determination. You are now determined to do it. And then the determination leads to amal, which is now action. And the action, if it's articulated before you do it, is fi'l. So you say it, and you do it, it's now a fi'l. But I want to focus on the issue of azam. That in that entire journey, what is the moment and what is the teachings around the idea of azam? When you reach a level in your mind and your hearts that I'm going to do this. This is the focus of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Wherever you go in life, brothers and sisters, nobody cares. Nobody cares how hard you work. Nobody cares if you work 20 hours a day. Nobody cares the fact that you're slaving and sweating outside. If you don't achieve anything, work very hard, nothing gets done. Nobody cares about in this world about anything but your results. Work very little, achieve a lot, people are impressed. But this isn't the law of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When it comes to this issue of azam, He says, وَأَن لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. That the human being will get whatever they really struggle for. If you struggle for it, you work hard for it, and it doesn't happen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees the beauty in that struggle, and you're rewarded accordingly. This is something which is so deep in our religion, that struggle and that effort leads to certain things, brothers and sisters, that if you're true to it, it'll lead brothers and sisters to mistakes and incorrect actions and wrong directions. It's the nature of life. That if you're not ready to fail, you're not ready to succeed. One of the du'as of the most beloved people to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Sahaba, speaking about them. وَكَأَيٍّ مِّن نَبِيٍّ قَاتَلَ مَعَهُ رِبِّيُّونَ كَثِيرٌ فَمَا وَهَنُوا لِمَا أَصَابَهُمْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَمَا ضَعُفُوا وَمَا اسْتَكَانُوا وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الصَّابِرِينَ. These people, they didn't give up. They struggled. There's no difficulty that they wouldn't face with their chest and ready to take on those challenges. Never weaken, never get sad. What was the dua that they made? The next verse explains it. وَمَا كَانَ قَوْلَهُمْ إِلَّا أَنْ قَالُوا رَبَّنَا اغْفِرْ لَنَا ذُنُوبَنَا. That, oh Allah, forgive us our sins. Same people. وَإِسْرَافَنَا فِي أَمْرِنَا. That we went too far in the things that were upon us. We took too much, we did too much. Our direction was wrong, our strategy was incorrect. Ya Allah, forgive us for that. The mentality that's unveiled to us in these ayat is the idea that you can't sit back and don't take chances. You're dreamers. You're supposed to think, reflect, grow, make mistakes. This is the way that the Sahaba were constructed. If you look at the battle of Uhud, and there's many, many lessons in Uhud, so many lessons to us. What is the lesson of the idea of azam? It's mentioned in a beautiful ayah where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about this idea of determination. فَاصْبِرْ كَمَا كَصَبْرِ أُولِي الْعَزْمِ مِنَ الرُّسُلِ. Rasulullah was told that be patient like the ulul azm of the prophets, the ones who were determined to make changes and to grow and to deliver the risalah. Even among the prophets, there were these people who were referred to as ulul azm. He says in this verse, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaking to us, He says, فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ لِنْتَ لَهُمْ. That it is from the mercy of Allah, Ya Rasulullah, that you are so light, so kind, so soft on these people. What is the context of this ayah? It's Uhud. The Sahaba gathered together, the Ansar and the Muhajirin, and they sat together. And the Ansar said, we don't want to fight from within the walls of the city, we're brave. We want to go outside the city and fight. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he disagreed. He said, stay within our fortress of the city, and we'll fight the enemy that'll come from outside, we're in our homes. And they disagreed. He said, tell us, we're going to do what the majority said. This was true democracy. This is what we want as a collective. we're going to go out and we'll battle on the mountain of Uhud. At Uhud, what happened? They were told, the archers, don't leave your mounts. And they left. And the end result, so many Huffaz and Sahaba, even the uncle of Rasulullah, Hamza, Ali Ridwanullah, they passed away. They made mistakes strategically. They disobeyed. They caused problems. The fledgling Ummah, which was measured in 2,000 people, Medina had 2,000 Muslims in a total population of 10,000. 2,000. They jeopardized the existence of the Muslim Ummah. And these are the people that are now mentioned in this verse. فَبِمَا رَحْمَةٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ. It's from the mercy of Allah that you are soft on them. لِنْتَ لَهُمْ وَلَوْ كُنْتَ فَضًّا غَلِيظَ الْقَلْبِ لَانفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. Had you been hard-hearted, they would have taken off. They would have gone away from you. لَانفَضُّوا مِنْ حَوْلِكَ. Same people made these mistakes. فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ. That wipe the mistake out. It's not a matter of forgetting it or forgiving it. But Ya Rasulullah, when the word af is used, فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ, it didn't happen. Wipe it from your mind. فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ. And ask Allah to forgive them. وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ. وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. Same people made these mistakes. Same people made strategic errors. Same people who left their mounts. وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. That bring them together and consult them in all affairs now and in the future. وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ. That now when you reach the level of determination, you've concluded, you've studied, you've made your decisions, you've made all your strategic decisions. فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. That now trust Allah. إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُتَوَكِّلِينَ. Allah loves those people who have this attitude. Our Prophet was told in so many words, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that you do what's upon you. You dream, you grow this ummah, you take on all these challenges, but the results are on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahu hafidun alayhim wa ma anta alayhim bihafid. ليس عليكم هداهم ولكن الله يهدي. لست عليهم بوكيل فلا تذهب نفسك عليهم حسرات. Ya Rasulullah, it is on you to provide this message. It's upon you to provide this ummah the direction. The results are on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَأَنْ لَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. That it's up to the human being now to do everything that's upon them. That when he was at Uhud, he made dua. And he was making dua against some of the mushrikeen and kuffar and what they did to him. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, لَيْسَ لَكَ مِنَ الْأَمْرِ شَيْءٍ أَوْ يَتُوبَ عَلَيْهِمْ أَوْ يُعَذِّبَهُمْ فَإِنَّهُمْ ظَالِمُونَ. Ya Rasulullah, whether we punish those people, whether we accept their repentance and turn back to them, whether they're forgiven, whether they accept Islam, whether they go to Jannah, whether they go to Jahannam, no matter what it is, it's not on you. أو يتوب عليهم أو يعذبهم فإنهم ظالمون. It's on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But you do what's your responsibility. You take on the challenges that's now presented to you. And when you have the azm, when you have determination, you go forward and leave the results now to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about the Sahaba. He says, وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ قَضَى نَحْبَهُ وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَنْتَظِرُ. This is their nature. That they struggled, they worked, they did everything that they had to do, and they waited for their moment. The Sahaba, they wanted to achieve in this life and in the hereafter. They didn't live their life thinking, what are the material gains and the material things that are going to happen to them in this life. The entire lens of their thinking was what's going to happen in the hereafter. And this was the lens which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought them to. Make them understand. Brothers and sisters, challenges are big. Challenges are vast. If you look in our brothers and sisters in Gaza, if you look at our brothers and sisters in Syria, now Pakistan, and across this world, if you look at the challenges now this ummah is facing, this dua is being made by all of us, day and night, in qurud. Ya Allah, we need farq. We need an answer to all of this. Ya Allah, correct our path. Fix our situations. And I remind all those brothers and sisters that have 1 ounce of doubt in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His plans and His path. I remind you of Surah Al-Anfal, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَإِذْ يَعْدُكُمُ اللَّهُ إِحْدَى الطَّائِفَتَيْنِ أَنَّهَا لَكُمْ وإذ يعدكم الله إحدى الطائفتين أنها لكم وتودون أن غير ذات الشوك تكون لكم ويريد الله أن يحق الحق بكلماته ويقطع دابر الكافرين. That you, as believers, you very badly, you wanted of the 2 options. There was a caravan small, there was a big fight you had to have. You wanted the easier option, that somehow you would get those goods and they would come to you easily. Of the 2 ways that you could potentially win. وَإِذْ يَعِدُكُمُ اللَّهُ, He promised you you're going to get it one way or the other. وَتَوَدُّونَ أَنَّ غَيْرَ ذَاتِ الشَّوْكِ تَذْكُرُونَ لَكُمْ. You thought and you dreamed and you hoped the easy way would be given to you. تَوَدُّونَ أَنَّ غَيْرَ ذَاتِ الشَّوْكِ تَذْكُرُونَ لَكُمْ. But Allah wanted something different. He wanted something else to happen. He wanted an exposure of the munafiqeen. He wanted people to understand the nature of the fight. He wanted the growth of the Sahaba. He wanted their hearts to be built. He wanted to hear those dua. He wanted to see the struggle. أَمْ حَسِبْتُمْ أَنْ تَدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ وَلَمَّا يَأْتِكُمْ مَثَلُ الَّذِينَ خَلَوْا مِنْ قَبْلِكُمْ. That, do you think you're going to enter Jannah easy, brothers and sisters? That we're going to live our lives where it's just the same old thing every day. No effort, no struggle. Get up and have breakfast, go to work, come back. That's not the nature of this ummah. When you look at what the Sahaba tried to achieve, brothers and sisters, it was not a dream of theirs for physical conquest. That isn't what their dream was. Look through the books of Sirah and Fiqh and Quran. What were the Sahaba dreaming about? What was their dream? If we have a dream, what was the dream of our Sahaba? They achieved what they wanted to achieve was Ridwanullah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every day they were working and struggling. Yadullah fawqa aydihim, radiyallahu anhum wa radu anhum. This was the crowning achievement of their efforts to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loved them and they were doing His work. They worked and struggled to attain Jannah. If you're going to ask, Fasalullah al-Firdaus al-A'la, ask Allah for Firdaus. They struggled to get into Jannah. They struggled to be close to Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When Rasulullah said one statement that they loved so much beyond all other teachings that He gave. He said that the person, al-mar'u ma'a man ahbab, that the person will be with whom they love the most. The Sahaba were afraid they'd never see Rasulullah the hereafter. He said, no, you'll see me. You'll be with the one you love the most. If you love me, you'll be with me. They loved this statement, the closeness of Rasulullah. They lived and died to uphold this deen, to perfect character, to die as shuhada, to serve others, to establish justice, to preserve Quran, to live a life of ikhlas. To achieve a legacy, sadaqatul jariyah. These were the dreams and the goals that they had. Brothers and sisters, this is the nature of our ummah. An ummah that was meant to dream, to think, to reflect, to grow, and to succeed and to achieve in this life and the next. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala encompasses this in one ayah, Surah, which is the surah of victory, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describes the vision of our Prophet, and the different elements of that vision are embedded in this ayah. He said, لَقَدْ صَدَقَ اللَّهُ رَسُولَهُ الرُّؤْيَا بِالْحَقِّ. That our Prophet had a vision, that truly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made the vision of our Prophet come true. لَقَدْ صَدَقَ اللَّهُ رَسُولَهُ الرُّؤْيَا بِالْحَقِّ. What was that vision? لَتَدْخُلُنَّ الْمَسْجِدَ الْحَرَامِ إِنْ شَاءَ اللَّهِ. That you'll enter into the sacred house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-Masjid al-Haram, insha'Allah, aminin. You'll enter with complete peace and security. Aminin, muhalliqina ru'usakum, wa muqassirina la takhafun. The full rights of the sacred place will be fulfilled. You'll fulfill all the manasik of Hajj and Umrah, and you will have no fear. You'll be safety in this place. فَعَلِمَ مَا فِي قُلُوبِهِمْ وَجَعَلَ مِن دُونِ ذَلِكَ فَتْحًا قَرِيبًا. That Allah knows what's in the heart. He knows how big this is. He knows how afraid potentially the Ummah was at that moment in that time. And instead of that, He's giving you this beautiful victory. Brothers and sisters, what is embedded in that ayah? There are many, many lessons. Embedded in that ayah is the establishment of Tawheed in Mecca al-Mukarramah for all eternity to come, to building a just society, to empowering and guiding the Ummah, for universal mercy and compassion. When the Sahaba walked into Mecca, they walked in, some of them saying, this is the day of bloodshed, هذا يوم الملحمة. And Rasulullah said, no, 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 no. هذا يوم الرحمة. Compassion, care, mercy, spreading knowledge and enlightenment. There's knowledge within that. There's ethical conduct. This is all embedded with this ayah, yearning for the hereafter, to try and get to Jannah with Rasulullah. All of these were the elements of the vision of our Prophet. It was not simply a physical conquest that he was trying to achieve. Brothers and sisters, I take you back to my beginning. There's nothing more important than determination and azm. That if we don't have the sunnah of following our hearts and dreaming and achieving, and then we're not following the pathway of our beloved Sahaba, then what do we want in life? Where do we want to go personally, as a community, as an ummah? Let's ask ourselves that question and then put our feet in the ground and make that reality happen. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalam ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Brothers and sisters, what was the true dream of our Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam? The dream of our Prophet was human beings and people. The true dream of our Prophet was you and I. He built human beings. If you look at the perfection of the Risala, what words are used? More lands, conquest, more continents now enter under the fold of Islam, political wins. No. How did the Risala end? حجة الوداع. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم. اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا. يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا. These are the statements that are made talking about the perfection of the religion. That it wasn't a matter of physical conquest, but hearts were changed. The deen was delivered. A change in mindset occurred. Whenever we talk about success in America, brothers and sisters, go to any city, any area where there's destruction and there's crime and so on. And if gentrification occurs, where the cities becomes more beautiful, the architecture is better, we in America think we succeeded. Those same people are pushed to the periphery, to yet another area which is now downtrodden. The people themselves are not uplifted. That's not the theme of Islam. Our dream is very different than that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put this in our Prophet, to put inside of our hearts, to teach us these messages. وَيَدْعُوكُمْ الرَّسُولُ وَيَدْعُوكُمْ فِي أُخْرَاكُمْ. Our Prophet is calling us, asking us, that are you that ummah that was intended by my message? Are you an ummah of love? Are you an ummah that delivers love to people around you? Are the people that are around us that are ghafil, they don't understand anything about this deen, living in darkness, do you have love in your hearts to deliver this deen? Do you have mercy in your hearts for brothers and sisters and people of all faiths, of all backgrounds, to deliver this risala? Do you have character? Do you have justice? Are you caring? Are you devoted? Are you ready to and willing to struggle? Are you achieving? Are you giving? These are the things, these are the elements, these are the characteristics of the ummah as envisioned by our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I go again, brothers and sisters, to this concept of azm. That don't leave this khutbah, brothers and sisters, thinking this is a superficial spiritual concept. This is the sunnah of our Prophet. That if you have azm to do something, if it reaches the level of determination, then you're rewarded. You're rewarded at that moment, whether you achieve it or not. وَلَيْسَ لِلْإِنسَانِ إِلَّا مَا سَعَى. That if it's a fleeting idea, I'm going to do this. If it's a whimsical idea, no plan, no struggle, no work, no hard effort. I want to save the brothers and sisters of Gaza. I want to do all the hard work. I want them to be saved. My emotions are with them. But I'm 16 years old and I don't want to study. I don't want to learn. I want to get D's. I don't want to take my studies seriously. I don't want to have the resources in the future to help. Don't tell me that's a serious person. When you have the azm, you step on the path, you make that reality occur. This is the nature of what our Prophet was teaching us. Ulul azm min ar-rusul. That even among the prophets, there were examples for us. People who were determined to achieve and to grow and to do these things. There is a concept in the Quran and Islam called nadr. When you make an oath, not in your heart, but you verbalize it, it's called nadr. And this happens primarily in those moments of religiosity and spirituality, like Hajj. وَلْيُوفُوا نُذُورَهُمْ. That, when فَلْيَقْضُوا تَفَثَهُمْ وَلْيُوفُوا نُذُورَهُم وَلْيَطَّوَّفُوا بِالْبَيْتِ الْعَتِيقِ. That when you make a nadr, it's azm. You're now determined to do it. And if you articulate it to do something that's among the nawafil, might not be required of you. It now rises to the level of wajib. By consensus of the ulama, by consensus of the scholars, that if you make a nadr, saying, I swear, Ya Allah, I'm here in Hajj, I feel good. I swear, Ya Allah, I'm giving my life for you. That nadr now becomes wajib. It's no longer nawafil. Ya Allah, I'm going to spend my days in the Hajj. I'm going to memorize the Quran. I'm going to donate my wealth for the sake of this ummah, for this deen. At that moment, when you articulate it, your azm becomes nadr, your nadr becomes wajib, it becomes compulsory upon you. Brothers and sisters, this isn't the deen for weak people. This is a deen of people who have to dream and to think and to reflect and to grow. This is a deen of people who have abilities and capacities that are limited, but they have access to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In takunu ta'lamun, if you're feeling the pain and the struggle of the problems that we're facing, in takunu ta'lamun, فَإِنَّهُمْ يَعْلَمُونَ كَمَا تَعْلَمُونَ. So do the other people that aren't believers. They struggle, they face these challenges, but you have something they don't have, brothers and sisters. You have something they don't have. وَتَرْجُونَ مِنَ اللَّهِ مَا لَا يَرْجُونَ. You desire from Allah what nobody else desires. I ask myself, brothers and sisters, when will an ummah arise that fulfills the characteristics our Prophet put upon us? When will that ummah arise that will be able to struggle and give and succeed and strategize and achieve and not be superficial in its intentions and its actions? Yes, they ask, when will that moment come? Maybe it's very close and the time is at hand. أيها الناس اتقوا الله عباد الله واعلموا أن الله صلى على رسول الله فقال إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعاء. اللهم وفقنا لخدمة دينك واتباع نبيك يا رب العالمين. أيها الناس ستذكرون ما أقول لكم وأفوض أمري إلى الله إن الله بصير بالعباد. وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تكونوا كالذين كفروا وقالوا لإخوانهم إذا ضربوا في الأرض أو كانوا غزاة لو كانوا عندنا ما ماتوا وما قتلوا ليجعل الله ذلك حسرة في قلوبهم والله يحيي ويميت والله بما تعملون بصير ولئن قتلتم في سبيل الله أو متم لمغفرة من الله ورحمة خير مما يجمعون. ولئن قتلتم فإلى الله تحشرون فبما رحمة من الله لنت لهم ولو كنت فظا غليظ القلب انفضوا من حولك فاعف عنهم واستغفر لهم وشاورهم في الأمر فإذا عزمت فتوكل على الله إن الله يحب المتوكلين. إن ينصركم الله فلا غالب لكم وإن يخذلكم فمن ذا الذي ينصركم وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون. الله أكبر. من الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا ما لكم إذا قيل لكم انفروا في سبيل الله اثاقلتم إلى الأرض أرضيتم بالحياة الدنيا من الآخرة فما متاع الحياة الدنيا في الآخرة إلا قليل إلا تنفروا يعذبكم عذابا أليما ويستخلف قوما غيركم ولا تضروه شيئا والله على كل شيء قدير. إلا تنصروه فقد نصره الله إذ أخرجه الذين كفروا ثاني اثنين إذ هما في الغار إذ يقول لصاحبه لا تحزن إن الله معنا فأنزل الله سكينته عليه وأيده بجنود لم تروها وجعل كلمة الذين كفروا السفلى وكلمة الله هي العليا والله عزيز حكيم. انفروا خفافا وثقالا وجاهدوا بأموالكم وأنفسكم في سبيل الله ذلكم خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
السلام عليكم. Yeah, reminder, Asr is in 5 minutes, so inshallah, after announcements, within a minute or two, we'll be praying Asr. Those will be staying, inshallah. Regarding Salah time changes, starting tomorrow, Fajr, inshallah, will move to 7 a.m. Isha will remain at 7:30. No other announcements at this time. Please check the WhatsApp group for any events that are going on in the future, inshallah. And no halaqas this evening as well because of the Thanksgiving weekend. Jazakumullah khair. Reminder, Asr is in 5 minutes.